Greetings fellow tank commanders. In this video I'm going to be showing you a game that I played in the M24 Lunar Chaffee. This is a tier 9 American premium light tank, which is available for limited time lunar events. The game I'm playing is a standard battle on Mars, which is a custom map made specifically for this event. There are two main differences about the Mars map than the previous moon map which the lunar tank fought on. The first is the glowing lights coming down from the Martian saucers. These act as teleporters and take you across the map. The second are the blue balls of light, which appear at about 40 seconds into the game. These are power-ups which restore all of your lost hit points, and you have to go off a jump in order to reach them, which can be quite difficult, but I have gotten 2 in one game, and it definitely helped me stay alive and win. Alright, so now we're coming up on our first bit of action for the lunar tank, and this perfect opportunity presents itself. Ramming speed! A well-timed ram is really effective to use in the lunar tank, not necessarily for the amount of damage that you do, but because it takes so long for the lunar tanks to right themselves. You can take an enemy out of the action for several seconds by spinning him around, or simply slow his speed so that your teammates can hit him better. And while they're recovering from your ram, just lock on and keep firing. You really don't ever want to stop moving when you're in this tank, because it means certain death. It's not worth trying to snipe with this thing because it can't lead targets that well, and 99% of the shots that you should be shooting should be on the move and just auto-locked onto the enemy. Since the teams are evenly balanced, because there's no variation between the tanks on each team, working together becomes the main influence on the game. So if you're having trouble or it looks like you're going to get swarmed, just regroup with your teammates and you'll overwhelm anyone with sheer firepower. In certain situations you're going to find that auto-locking does not work when an enemy's at a different angle in front of you and going at full speed. So you'll see here I just lead the tank a little bit and I'm able to get a few extra damage hits before he teleports away. I'm not too keen on following the enemies through the teleporters. Yes, it makes for a fun battle scenario, but the enemy has the advantage on the other side and could be waiting and setting a trap for you. Now when you're driving these tanks, you've got to be very careful, because if you go over even a tiny bump with them wrong, you can flip your tank and spend the next 10 to 30 seconds trying to right yourself and get back to full speed, which takes you way out of the action and is no fun at all. The overall best strategy when you're playing the lunar tank is to just move in packs with your teammates and just circle around the enemies. This is a great chance to platoon up with some other players so that you can become a coordinated swarm, which will help make you more effective in the game. It's a shame that World of Tanks console put this event on the same weekend that they're having the Tank Madness Final Four, because I would have liked to have played a whole bunch of games with this Mars mode. But now I've got to split my attention between having epic fun and getting completions in my Soviet tanks. Now this is a perfect example about the dangers of going over bumps the wrong way. I didn't do anything strange here, just kept my tank straight, but hit a tiny bit of the hill right before I lifted off. And that off-balanced my tank enough to do this weird spin around, and it's a good thing that it didn't cause any more trouble and that the enemy didn't take advantage of it. We've been chasing this enemy for quite a while, but now his speed is all gone because he went over the cliff. And now time for an epic finish. Oh yeah, welcome to Mars. That's a pretty epic way to finish off a good game. Now let's check the post-game stats and see how I performed in the lunar tank. I didn't earn any silver this game, but that's because you don't earn any in the lunar mode. You can, however, lose it if you use a repair kit or first aid kit. I got 3,375 experience, which can be used to help train up your crews. In this game, I dealt 1,574 damage and destroyed 3 enemies. I placed at the top of my team, earning a base XP of 2,250. This is a pretty good game for the lunar tank, but it's definitely not its maximum potential. I had a bunch of games back when we were fighting on the moon, which allowed me to deal between 2,000 and 2,500 damage. I only hit 42 of my 117 shots and penetrated 38 of those. I didn't do anything special in terms of crew and module damage this game. I only injured the driver on one of the lunar tanks. Well, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the game and that you'll find some time during this Tank Madness weekend to have some epic fun with the Lunar Tank and explore the cool and unusual Mars map. Stay tuned for more awesome World of Tanks videos.